I'm Bill Winterberg here at the 2016 Envestnet Advisor Summit. One of the more significant announcements for me was the fact that Tamarac is going to open up CRM integrations to Salesforce. So to get more information, I met with Tamarac Group President Stuart DePina. Now, Stuart, a couple things stood out in your session here at the Advisor Summit. First and foremost is the initiative to open up the Tamarac platform to other third-party technologies, most notably Salesforce. So can you talk to me about opening up the platform for other third-party technology providers?
Absolutely. You know, we actually do have a reputation of being a closed system, but in reality we're not. As most people know, Microsoft Dynamics is part of our platform. We built a CRM leveraging that tool. That will still be in place. We've got great integration there. We support both the deployment and the support of that on an ongoing basis. But we've recognized that there are a lot of firms in the marketplace, a lot of large firms, small firms, who are using Salesforce, who spend a lot of money on that particular application. They don't want to leave it behind. And there's a perception that, well, you can't be on the rest of our solutions if you're on Salesforce. So for us, we looked at it and said, you know what, we're doing ourselves a disservice, and we're doing those firms a disservice by not making sure that it's clear that they can continue to leverage Salesforce in the way that they're using it today, because the investments that they've made are pretty broad across the organization, by extracting all the data that they want out of our platform and putting it back in our platform in their own way. So that's why we got to where we are, and Salesforce is a great part in that regard as well.
Now, another item that really stood out for me is the additional support and resources you're giving advisors so they can better use your platform. With over 700 feature updates in the last 12 months, the system can get very confusing to use at times. So walk me through how you're increasing support resources for your advisors so that they have more success out of the platform.
Well, I can tell you that when we started Tamarac, everyone that we hired in the organization had worked in the industry. So they came to us with a great depth of knowledge about what some of the challenges were that our clients dealt with. But as we've grown, and we've grown at such a broad rate that we couldn't keep that pace up of hiring people that had that skill set. So we've had to hire people that don't know the industry as much. As a result of that, we've had to really break down or simplify what their skill sets are and what they're focused on in terms of supporting. And because we have a broad platform, first and foremost, it's pretty comprehensive. It's unreasonable to expect that a single individual who doesn't have industry experience is going to be able to support all the components of it. So the first thing we're doing is compartmentalizing the resources on specific products. That's number one. But number two, to your point, most of our clients, the broad majority of our clients, they're relatively small to medium-sized businesses. They don't have their own internal IT shops. And we have a broad release cycle that happens in a quick release cycle 6 times a year. So for us, we want to get in front of some of the issues that we have with our clients by training them and doing a much better job of informing them about how to use the tools. So from that standpoint, we've really transformed our internal support organization to really help us to be in a much better position in doing that.
And following Stuart's session was Brandon Rembe. And it was basically like drinking from a fire hose because Tamarac has released over 700 features over the last 12 months. So I asked Brandon to distill it down to one key feature that all advisors can use in their business to be even better.
Yeah, I think it's actually pretty easy for me to say this is the one that's going to have the biggest impact, which is definitely what we're doing with the client portal, because not only does it have the greatest impact to the advisor, but also their end client. So it allows them to communicate better with their clients, interact with them more securely, but makes that bond between advisor and client stickier, which not only adds a lot of value for the end client, but also the advisor to grow their business, streamline their business, and have better client experience overall.
So when clients are using the portal, what do you think is going to be the most impressive feature or the most impressive aspect of the client portal?
Really how holistic it is. So they should be able to go in, look at the dashboard, and see everything about their financial life. So with our integrations with Yodlee, third parties like Money Guide Pro, they can go in and see all of their bank statements, their credit card spending, their performance over time, and then also see how they're doing versus their financial plan. Can they retire at 65 still? And all of those things they can see on one screen. So it's a one-stop shop for everything that they need.
So there you have it. While it is significant that Tamarac is opening up choices for CRM, most notably including Salesforce as an integration option, it's nice to see that they're giving advisors options other than the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. But the other announcement with the enhancements to the client portal, that's very significant to me. I expect advisors and my advisor to have a sophisticated portal. It's table stakes for me in my relationship with a professional. And if you as an advisor don't offer a very good portal solution for your client, well, that's going to reflect negatively on your business. So I'm very pleased to see the iterations and improvements that Tamarac is adding to their advisor client portal. From the 2016 Envestnet Advisor Summit, I'm Bill Winterberg.